Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am Alex and today I'm gonna show you how to spot a potentially fake Samsung SD card. Now I'm always testing memory cards because I'm testing dash cams, but you may be buying a memory card for your phone, your camera, or your action camera, and you may be wondering how to tell if you receive a fake one, which is quite prevalent right now in the market. On this video, I'm gonna show you the 5 easy ways to tell if you have a fake card, and they don't even require you to open the package. So with that being said, let's get started. And the first thing that we're gonna check is gonna be the model number to make sure it correctly matches the product that you order. I'm simply gonna turn over the product over the back and we're gonna focus on this area. So as you can see right above the barcode, there is a model number. And if I were to punch in that number on the internet, it should come up and match the product that I order. It should come up as a 256 gigabyte Samsung SD card. So if the model number doesn't match, you may be potentially dealing with a fake because counterfeiters are using generic packaging and they don't bother to take their time to make sure that the model number that they printed on here matches the actual product. Also, take a look at the second portion of this, where you have another model number followed by 2 letters. The 2 letters indicates the country code where this is supposed to be sold at. This particular code is AM, so this is supposed to be sold in the Americas. So if the country code doesn't happen to match the area where I'm located at, in this case America, it should say America, it should not say China, I may be potentially dealing with a fake. And here's a good example of a country code showing as CN for China versus AEM for America. Now this particular card happens to be legitimate. It is imported all the way from China, but it is not normal for us to order memory cards in America and to receive a China one. I would consider that a red flag. And again, that's because most counterfeiters are using generic packaging and they don't bother to make sure that the country code matches the area where it's gonna be sold at. And the second step is to confirm where the product was manufactured. Let's turn the packaging over and let's focus on this area right here. And as you can see, so far all Samsung memory cards are coming from Philippines, so it should say made in Philippines. If you get one that says made in China, you may be potentially dealing with a fake. Also, take a look at this very small statement on this side. Adapter made in China and guaranteed for a year. This statement again is on a legitimate SD card from Samsung and may be different if you are dealing with a counterfeit, or it might be entirely missing. That would also be a red flag. So Samsung legitimate memory cards are being made in Philippines and legitimate adapters are being made in China. And check number 3 is gonna be to inspect the quality of the print, and we're gonna start at the top. You can see that the text should be very nice and sharp and well defined, and they should be free of any kind of misspelling. So I just take your time to kind of read through all of this and make sure that nothing has been misspelled and that everything looks nice and crisp. Now the same thing is true for the adapter and the memory card. Looking at them very closely, you can see that the text is very nice and crisp. It is not blurry, and you can see that everything is spelled correctly. Typically on Samsung counterfeit SD cards, you will have text that is either blurry or doesn't have sharp edges. This text right here is very legible and has no misspellings, and the same applies for the rear. We can see that all the text that has been printed on this packaging is very legible, nice and crisp. It does not have any kind of blurry or fuzzy print. And in addition to the text quality, we want to look around the memory card and we want to confirm that it is white in color. You can see all the edges are white, and again here is another sample. All the edges are white. On typical cards that are counterfeit, the edges will be black. So legitimate Samsung SD cards will have white edges, while the potentially counterfeit ones are gonna have black edges. And it is believed that the white edges around a Samsung legitimate SD card are more expensive to manufacture than simple black edges. This would explain why counterfeiters are skipping that step and leaving their edges plain black. They're just trying to save some money. And check number 4 is probably the easiest of them all. I'm simply gonna look at the top of the packaging, and looking at this hole right here, it should be completely punched out. And notice again, we have nice crisp edges where the hole was correctly punched out and there are no leftovers. So if this hole is not cleanly punched out, you may be potentially dealing with a fake. So you'll notice that the first 4 checks were done without opening up the packaging. If we had found irregularities or red flag during those 4 checks, I will probably not bother opening up the product and I would just return it. However, if we open the product up, we can confirm again the manufacturing location of the product. I'm simply going to turn this around and we know that the adapter has to be made in China. And yes, we are able to confirm this is a legitimate product. The adapter is made in China. And also notice the lettering. Everything is nice and crisp. And if I look at the back of a legitimate SD memory card from Samsung, we can again confirm that it is being made in the Philippines. If it said it was being made in China or somewhere else, we may be potentially dealing with a fake. So adapter made in China, SD card made in Philippines. And here's some last bonus tips when ordering memory cards off the internet, and that is to buy from legitimate websites such as Amazon. Now, however, even ordering from Amazon, some counterfeits have entered their system. So the best way to ensure that you get a good one is to ensure that it's coming from the Samsung store and that is being sold and shipped by Amazon, so there's no third party involved, and then checking all the things that I just showed you to make sure what you receive is real. And if you got as far as taking the product out of the packaging and it looks questionable, there is software that we can use to test the memory card. And the reason for it is that memory card counterfeiters are labeling their cards with a higher capacity than what they actually fit. So they might label this one as 128 gigabytes, but if we run a test, we can potentially see that maybe it only holds 32 gigabytes or 64 gigabytes. And that software will confirm that it can actually fit what is advertised on the front, and again potentially shows that we may have a fake. I'll put a link in the description to the 2 best softwares that I have found so far for testing memory cards in case you want to take a look at those. And my final bonus tip is to save the packaging from known good memory cards. That way, if I ever order another memory card, I can compare the packaging from the new card to the old card that I received. Now, I'm always ordering memory cards, so I have accumulated a nice collection. You may be dealing with ordering only a few, but it's still nice to having at least one packaging to refer and to compare. As you can see, I have also collected not only memory card readers, but many different card sizes that I can use for comparison purposes. If you guys found any part of this video helpful, please hit the thumbs up button to support the channel. And remember, I have a lot more product reviews coming up over cool gadgets for enthusiasts like yourself. So stay tuned by subscribing. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, I'll see you on the next one.